Colonel Tia Junli, spokesperson for the Southern Theater Command, stated that on March 25th, the planned Navy Vessel 530 conducted routine patrols in waters under China's jurisdiction near Juby Reef in the Nansha Islands. After spotting a Philippine vessel, the Chinese ship issued radio warnings.
Philippine ship, this is Chinese Navy warship. My course 145. My speed 06. You are overtaking me. Keep a safe distance away from me.
Despite repeated reminders, Philippine ship 507 continued altering course toward the right, deliberately closing in on China's ship 532 and disrupting its normal patrol operations. The Chinese vessel responded with professional and standardized maneuvers to prevent an accident. The actions of the Philippine ship were unsafe and unprofessional, posing a high risk of maritime incidents. Despite this, the Philippine side falsely accused the Chinese ship of dangerous maneuvering. We urge the Philippines to strictly control its naval and air activities, immediately stop provocative and risky behavior, and cease spreading misinformation. Theater forces remain highly vigilant and are determined to safeguard national territorial sovereignty, security, and peace and stability in the South China Sea. Recently, a naval training center under the Southern Theater Command organized several new vessels including the Hubei, Laudi, and Shihazi to form a flotilla and conduct realistic combat training in the South China Sea, strengthening their basic operational skills. Upon receiving orders from higher command, the formation quickly set sail from a military port.
发现不明攻击目标，降火轻微。
Once the target was locked, the Laudi ship's command post quickly analyzed the situation and determined the optimal firing distance and angle. No sooner had the air defense firing ended than the detection team reported an incoming enemy missile. The Laudi immediately adjusted its posture and launched multiple types of countermeasures, including infrared decoys and chaff to create mixed interference, successfully neutralizing the threat. After the formation reached the designated firing zone, the Laudi and Shihazi ships swiftly moved into position, locked onto their targets, and set their firing parameters. This round of main gun live fire training produced the best results I've ever achieved. That success was largely due to the thorough and meticulous preparations we made beforehand. As long as every team studies the equipment in depth and works in close coordination, our young officers and soldiers can bring out the full potential of these new warships. Throughout the exercise, the formation conducted conditional cross-training at sea, integrating navigation maneuvers, damage control, underway replenishment, three-dimensional transport, and new weapon firing into the entire training process. This strengthened command capabilities at all levels and steadily improved training efficiency. In this maritime exercise, we fully simulated a real battlefield environment, pushing participating ships to operate as close to actual combat conditions as possible in both equipment use and tactical application. This continuously tested and sharpened the troops' training level and accelerated the combat readiness of the new vessels. Recently, a brigade of the Army's 81st Group Army held a tracked equipment rescue and repair training camp at a comprehensive training ground in northern Sabah, focusing on equipment operation, damage assessment, battlefield rescue, and emergency repairs. During a ramp rescue drill, a tank fell into a crater, was hit by the enemy, and became unable to continue fighting. The tank crew and rescue team used winch traction to quickly recover the battle-damaged vehicle. Following the principle of self-rescue first, external support second, crews used onboard tools and rescue vehicles in close coordination to complete mutual rescue, effectively reducing the downtime of damaged equipment. High-risk, technically demanding drills, such as horizontal and vertical rollover rescues, were also carried out, testing not only the coordination and teamwork of officers and soldiers, but also integrating real combat scenarios into their professional skill training. In this training program, we set clear standards and provide examples for officers and soldiers by establishing basic norms and compiling group training manuals, cultivating equipment rescue specialists to strengthen the unit's ability to perform diverse missions. In recent days, a unit from the southern Xinjiang military region deployed a light, high-mobility infantry detachment to a field training ground to conduct a live-fire assessment involving multiple weapons and mission types. Once the combat order was issued, the grenade team immediately launched fire strikes on targets hidden in distant mountain depressions. They then began a covert march deep into simulated enemy territory. Along the way, evaluators designated targets on the spot, and the sniper team quickly engaged moving targets. In this assessment, we achieved both direct aim destruction and dynamic strikes. Realistic combat training relies on advanced systems to replicate the tempo and conditions of actual warfare as closely as possible. Now, let's turn to other news. Today, more than 200 representatives of the Hong Kong garrison traveled to Suihang and Sai Kung to participate in the Hong Kong Tree Planting Day event. Together with Hong Kong residents, officers and soldiers planted nearly 5,000 saplings, including rice flower trees, wax trees, and lignin mountain bamboo. They also engaged warmly with local citizens, sharing tree planting techniques with young participants. Taking part in Hong Kong Arbor Day not only beautifies the city, but also strengthens our connection and goodwill with its residents. Hong Kong is our second home, and we have both the duty and the responsibility to help build a beautiful Hong Kong alongside its people. Established in 1998, Hong Kong Arbor Day has become a landmark event in the city's environmental protection efforts. The Hong Kong garrison has long been an active supporter and participant in tree planting activities.
我今日見到我哋駐港嘅部隊，佢哋身體力行，親身咁樣參與咗我哋大量嘅植樹工作。佢哋嘅參與唔單止係為令到我哋嘅活動可以順利舉行，同時間亦都為咗我哋今日參與活動嘅一啲公眾樹立咗一個非常之良好嘅榜樣，亦都鼓勵咗更多嘅人，尤其是我哋嘅青少年去參與我哋香港嘅生態保育。我非常感謝駐港部隊佢一直以嚟為我哋香港植樹而去付出嘅努力同埋參與。
A few days ago, the Jiangxi Provincial Military Region, together with the Naval Engineering University and 20 other military academies, launched the Red Soil Shapes the Military Soul, Youth Pursued Their Dreams recruitment and National Defense Education campaign, creating a direct pathway for aspiring young people to join the armed forces. The event featured exhibition areas for recruitment consultation, science and technology interaction, and hands-on military skills practice. Students were able to experience modern equipment such as drones, intelligent robotic dogs, aircraft carrier models, and electromagnetic catapult devices, boosting their sense of national pride. This event strengthened our resolve to answer the call of duty in our youth and to protect our families and our nation with a sincere and devoted heart. By relying on Yangshan's rich red culture resources and partnering with military academies for recruitment outreach and national defense education, we aim to break down information barriers between academies and local students. Moving forward, we will continue deepening national defense education on campuses, holding such activities regularly, and guiding more young people to align their aspirations with the mission of strengthening the nation and the military. On March 28 local time, China's sixth batch of peacekeeping helicopters in Abyei successfully completed the rotation of personnel, equipment, and supplies for the Pakistani Peacekeeping Infantry Battalion. The cross-regional airdrop mission lasted 20 days and transported more than 1,000 troops. Abyei's complex terrain, unpredictable airspace conditions, and frequent sandstorms impose extremely high demands on helicopter flight safety and precision delivery. The peacekeeping helicopter unit carefully planned multiple flight routes and refined every step of the operation. Despite the continuous high-intensity flight schedule, all teams coordinated seamlessly, ensuring the entire mission was carried out safely and smoothly.